So I'm going to take you on a little trip to Italy to talk about one of my favorite wines. This is a wine called Tignanello. It's a very, very famous family, winemaking family in Italy called the Antinori family, who've been making wines for something like 700 years. The current CEO, owner, Piero Antinori, took over in the early 70s and wanted to make a series of changes which have become great innovations in the history of Italian wine. So with Tignanello, what he wanted to do was take the well-known international grape variety of Cabernet Sauvignon and plant it in his vineyard in Chianti. Unfortunately, the law doesn't allow Chianti to be made from Cabernet Sauvignon at that time, so his wine was downgraded to the lowest form of wine known in Italy, which in English we call table wine, vino da tavola in Italian. So Tignanello had a difficult start, but the marketing genius of Antinori managed to make this very, very quickly one of the most famous wines of Italy. We're going to come on to taste it in a little while. So really, it's quite a characteristic Italian Chianti blend. If it was classified today, it would fall under the Chianti regulations, because the Chianti regulations have changed around wines like Tignanello because there are so many who became shall we say, non-conformist to the regulations at the time. And it's one of the most famous wines of the world today. Fondly known as Tig to most people, because it is a bit of a mouthful trying to say Tignanello. You can practice that one. It's a great, great wine that has become a world favorite on restaurant wine lists. And for Emirates to have a parcel of this is quite unique. We're very, very proud. And the parcel was big enough that we could actually put this on business class. So if you're flying to Europe or from Europe to Dubai from around the end of 2018 to early 2019, you might get the chance to see Tignanello on board. And for me, well worth to book a trip around Tignanello because it is a journey in itself. So Tignanello is given way to many other wines that have also been termed as super Tuscans. And I'd say a good sort of 20% of what would be Chianti wines are today under this sort of style of super Tuscan. So we get a bit of air into this wine. Hopefully you'll have a little bit more than a couple of minutes to discover this wine. But I mean, already, this wine is now 8 years old, which is starting to get interesting for Tignanello. A lot of people drink Tignanello and some of these most famous Tuscan wines way too young. But what we've done here is we bought this wine a series of years ago, put it into the cellars, and now we're bringing it out because we think it's starting to become interesting to drink. On the nose, lots of sort of bright cherry, notes of sort of crushed rocks, quite typical of Tignanello. It's such a layered wine. There's so much body there, rounded by these very smooth tannins, very polished style, quite intense. Lots of red and black fruits there, and then there's lots of other aromatics that have developed over the last 8 years of this wine being bottled. So we're getting notes of licorice, forest floor, and you get some really, really interesting flavors coming in now. This is going to work absolutely brilliantly with most red meat dishes, chickens as well, pasta dishes, why not? It's a superb wine, and I'm sure you will enjoy this a lot. Tignanello is one of those wines that you drink for the first time and it gives you quite a wow sensation. The Duchess of Sussex coined this phrase, a Tig moment, when she tried Tignanello for the first time, and it marked her so much that she then came up with a series of Tig moments, which you can go online and find out about. So really, Tignanello goes down as one of those wines that has marked so many people throughout the last 40, 45 years. And that really is what has led to its success as one of the great fine wines of the world. So there you have it, Tignanello 2010. Salud.